Hey all, welcome to Share Trek. This is Raj here. And friends, as a fellow genomic investor, I know that we have been going through a tough economic time where genomic companies and biotech companies are finding it difficult to raise funds. The interest rates are high, and there's a whole lot of uncertainty about the overall global economy. And we have this week Fed Chairman Powell giving testimony in the House on Tuesday. So that's also going to create a whole lot of other set of communications and reactions from various quarters during this week. And we're going to find things to be a bit volatile. So I thought, why not look at what are the positive things that have happened for our line of business, that is genomic medicine, and celebrate a little bit of success and boost our motivation and morale. And that's the objective of today's video. So let's get started. Welcome back, friends. The world of medicine is about to see a major transformation as more and more gene therapies are expected to be approved in the coming years. These innovative treatments have the potential to revolutionize healthcare by targeting the root cause of various diseases and conditions, rather than just managing the symptoms. While gene therapies are still in the early stages of development, there are already a number of promising candidates such as Nanoscope's MCO010, Applied Genetic Technologies AGTC 501, Biomarin's Valoctogene, and Pfizer's PF06838435, which is a very, very unsexy name, but I'm pretty sure that by the time it gets approved, they'll have a really catchy name for it. And OncoSync's tavokinogene, those are some of the therapies that come to mind. These 5 gene therapies are currently undergoing clinical trials and are expected to receive FDA approval in the near future. The first 2 therapies, MCO010 and AGTC 501, are designed to treat retinitis pigmentosa, a rare genetic disorder that causes vision loss. The third therapy, Valoctogene, is designed to treat hemophilia A, a rare bleeding disorder. And the fourth therapy, PF06838435, is designed to treat hemophilia B, another bleeding disorder. The fifth therapy, tavokinogene teleplasmid, is designed to treat metastatic melanoma or a type of skin cancer. And friends, when these therapies come very close to approval and when they get approved, these companies generally give them a catchy name, and it won't be all these scientific big names. So it's much easier to understand. It's easy to put into an advertisement. If you switch on your TV, I think in North America, almost 60 to 70% of the ads are for these kind of medicines. So look forward to seeing all these candidates get cleared this year. And once these gene therapies are approved, they have the potential to improve the lives of millions of people suffering from these diseases and conditions. And by targeting the root cause of the problem rather than just managing the symptoms, gene therapies have the potential to be far more effective than traditional treatments. While the initial cost of these drugs may be high, as they become more and more widely adopted and production becomes more efficient, the cost is expected to decrease, making these treatments more affordable and accessible to a wide range of people and patients. And friends, once the patents are over and they become generic, that's when the true cost of efficiencies and reduction in price will happen. The approval of these gene therapies is just the beginning. As more and more therapies are developed and approved, the world of medicine is likely to see a major shift towards personalized medicine, where treatments are tailored to an individual's specific genetic makeup. This has the potential to significantly improve the quality of life and life expectancy for people suffering from a wide range of diseases and conditions. Furthermore, the approval of these therapies also paves the way for easier approval of gene therapies in clinical trials from other companies that are on our watch list. This means that we can expect to see more and more innovative treatments in the future, which have the potential to change the face of medicine as we know it. From treating symptoms and managing conditions to actually treating the root cause, it's a very significant improvement. In conclusion, the approval of these 5 gene therapies, which I spoke about at the beginning of this segment, is just the beginning of a major shift in the world of medicine. While the initial cost of these therapies may be high, the potential benefits in terms of improved quality of life and life expectancy can make them a promising development in the field of medicine. And as the gene therapies are approved and production becomes more efficient, we can expect to see more and more groundbreaking treatments of these kinds attempted in the future. Here are the therapies I think will benefit as FDA gets more and more comfortable with gene therapy approvals and continues to build a competent team to oversee these clinical trials and builds efficient and reliable systems to evaluate trial data the same way they are able to do with small molecule therapies at this point of time. So let me show you a table and I'll walk you through it. Here you see a table with around 5 therapies, and all of these are from companies in our watch list. So the first is CRISPR Therapeutics with exa-cel. It's a CRISPR Therapeutics Vertex combo, and it is for sickle cell disease and TDT. Anyone who is watching our channel knows this. I mean, if you wake them up in their sleep, they will rattle out these names. So the BLA submission package is expected to be completed by end of March, and we can expect approval this year for exa-cel. Editas has got EDIT 301 for sickle cell disease. So update for EDIT 301 phase 1 trial is expected by mid-2023. That is another 3 months from now. And then we have NTLA Therapeutics with NTLA 2002, which is for hereditary angioedema. And you know that famously, this is the most inspirational happening in the last 4 days. FDA removed the hold on this therapy. Their queries about germline editing and all those have been satisfactorily answered. And the start of phase 2 NTLA 2002 trials is going to happen in the first half of 2023. Again, within 3 months of this. Right now, within another 3 months, you're going to see this happening. And NTLA Therapeutics, NTLA 3001, which is for alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, is going to have the in submission for NTLA 3001 by the end of this year. And friends, this also means a lot for Beam Therapeutics because NTLA has licensed base editing from Beam Therapeutics, and that's at the core of 2002, NTLA 2002, and which means that Beam Therapeutics, which has got a sickle cell disease, I believe it to be a top of the class therapy for SCD and TDT. That's going to have a much easier pass through the FDA approval cycles. And finally, we have CRISPR CTX310 for cardiovascular disease, which is expected to move into clinical trial this year. So these are all the positives that I see in front of us in 2023. And as I look forward as an investor, I can see that this is going to make it a bit more easier for American Gene Therapies, AGT 103-T, for approval of phase 1 data and phase 2 plans, because now they are going to be dealing with an FDA which has got more experience under the belt looking at gene therapies, and they have more staff with experience looking at clinical trial data and clinical trial plans. So this is going to be a much more efficient progress of all these therapies going ahead, which also means that these therapies are not going to be as expensive as they could have been if FDA was in the learning phases of approving gene therapies. I'd also like to highlight that if you look at Excision Bio, the lifting of hold on NTLA's NTLA 2002 is a positive sign that EBT 101 is going to have a less difficult time going through the clinical trial. Even though EBT 101 does not use base editing, it uses CRISPR-Cas9, and it has got a lot of invasive editing in vivo. And therefore, it's going to be coming under a lot of scrutiny from FDA. But the fact that FDA has already got more familiarized with base editing and has gone in depth into understanding CRISPR-Cas9 gene therapy so far and has approved a bunch, it's going to mean that we have much more expertise in FDA to look at this at a much more accelerated pace. It will be a much more smoother process and less pioneering efforts for Excision Bio to get its therapy through FDA approval cycles. And also, success in treating HIV using gene therapy will boost optimism and investor sentiment on the gene therapy companies, because if HIV can be treated, all other ailments can be much easier to target and treat. So that's the message I would like to leave you guys with. And I would like to end this video with this positive message. I hope to see you tomorrow again. Please press the like button if you like this video. And if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe and help us grow this channel. Thanks and have a great day. I'll catch up with you again tomorrow. Bye for now.